fucking hit me, Harold. Just fucking hit me.
Just your luck, I can't think of a better person. Yeah, this happened too. You were so sad already, but had it said, chances you lose. I haven't stopped laughing the whole way home.
All right, so this is DJ Catsanova, no longer doing over-the-phone interviews. I'm actually in San Francisco now. Thank you, Bay Area, for welcoming me back. And what part of San Francisco are we in right now?
We are in the Parkside section of the Sunset District.
The Sunset District of San Francisco. And I'm sitting in the living room of critically acclaimed San Francisco band, Hit Me Harold. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Not too bad.
You want to introduce yourselves? Who I got to my left?
I'm Chris, or Tofu.
I was like, oh, two. to my right.
My name is Jack. Max.
And you guys make up Hit Me Harold.
We do.
So, first question. For the people who don't know, how many people make up Hit Me Harold? Just you three.
Yep,
Just us three.
of us.
Yeah, we've had friends do like drunken birthday guest slots, like vocally before.
Has it only just been you three? Or have you kicked members out?
No, as
We're trying to kick Jack out.
Yeah, we're trying to make it shorter.
I actually started that initiative of trying to get Jack kicked out. No, yeah, Hit Me Harold has just been us three.
And where you guys originally from?
La Mirada.
From where?
Yeah, Southern California.
Oh, okay. I'm
La
like,
Mirada, yeah.
are you all from Southern Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought, for some reason, I know you were from SoCal. I think I don't know you were from SoCal.
Yeah, I've known Max since kindergarten.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So what brought you guys up here?
School.
Yeah. We all ended up going to. Max and I went to San Francisco State together, but Tofu is still current. You're still
I'm still in
enrolled,
school
right?
right now,
Yeah. But at Academy of Art. Yeah, I met they've known each other forever, and then I met them when I was like 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
so like middle school.
No, actually, like 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so elementary.
Yeah. Met them when my family moved over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know where the name Hit Me Harold comes from, but I need you to tell San Francisco for everybody that doesn't know, because this name comes from one of my favorite shows that I'm very sad that a lot of people don't know about, because it's fucking awesome.
I'm surprised that more people don't know about it. It's actually funny answering. We got in trouble once. we got in trouble one time answering this question because it got taken a little bit to heart.
Because the scene.
Yeah, we had to. Anyway, so The Whitest Kids You Know,
Yes.
X show on Fuse. There is a skit called The Perfect Relationship, and a couple, a very clearly dysfunctional couple, is fighting over the husband thinking he has the right to write a book called The Perfect Relationship, and as soon as he flips out on the wife for criticizing him, she says, "You know what? Just fucking hit me, Harold. Fucking hit me." And they get in a fight after. But we got interviewed once in the Pacific Northwest, and like the immediate question after was like, "Oh, so, but do you denounce like domestic abuse?" And we're like, "Yeah, yes,
Like, duh.
absolutely." And then they asked, would you ever write a song about?
Domestic abuse.
Yeah, about like how it's like not a cool
I like
thing.
this.
I was like,
Interviews
I don't
going left.
really feel like that's my place to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't, never been a victim of or witnessed it, and so like, not a super salient part of our lives, I don't think. But that was like very.
That's a weird question to ask.
Yeah, it was
like,
super.
with
It was
laugh.
super discombobulating.
I'm like, what?
Super discombobulating.
So, before you guys settled on the name, how did you come up with other names first?
Yeah, Jack had a name in mind that me and Tofu weren't really feeling.
What was it?
I got vetoed.
Sent for you yesterday.
Sent for you yesterday.
Yeah, I saw a book title that
It's
I
not
thought
terrible.
was-
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down, apparently. So we're stuck with Hit Me Harold now.
So, what was the scene like? Were you guys like in the living room watching fucking Whitest Kids, and that came on, and you was like, "That's the fucking name of the band."
For some reason, it's solidified in my mind as Josh being.
Yeah,
the
my
reason.
brother was like, we say that all the time. We quote things like 50% of the time that we're talking, we're just quoting something like when people that are around us that don't know us. They're like, "What the fuck?" And so, just randomly, just fucking hit me, Harold. And my brother was like, "That's the band name." Like, yeah,
That's pretty dope.
We had like one of our first shows like on the horizon, and we didn't have.
A band name?
Yeah, and yeah, that worked out. And honestly, it hasn't treated us.
No, I fucking love the name.
It was either that or anal beads on fire.
Oh, please. Anal Bees on Fire?
So we had to choose. It was
I'm glad that you didn't go with that. Who came up with that one?
yeah, it was.
Did you? Now I'm like actually picturing like someone pulling anal beads out of someone's ass while they're on fire. Not a graceful.
I hope you're picturing Tofu.
He's like, we're like, I can picture you guys like on stage. It's like, oh, what's your band's name? And then like Tofu pulls his pants down. It's like, we're anal beads on fire. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Like, this band was pretty cool though. But
They kind of went 0 to 100 real quick, but like it was fun.
We'd have some good merchandise.
yeah,
Personalized, used anal bead. Charred.
charred anal
Charred.
beads. Oh my fucking god. So, funny story. I actually met Hit Me Harold back in 2017 on Baker Beach, was it?
Yeah.
It was Baker.
Baker Beach, when I offered Jack some fucking Mike's Hard lemonades as the alcoholic that I am, just at the beach drinking Mike's Hard because I'm a fucking badass. And yeah, and then I think you guys had a show in like a week or something and like invited me out and fucking from then.
Remember where the show was?
I do. It was the fucking...
Brick and mortar, right?
No, it was the beach, the fucking cave.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know the name of that shit. And the cops came and shut it down.
Yeah, Sutro Bat.
Citro, yeah.
It
Was that in the cave
Damn.
or was that
No, it was in the fucking cave. It was like
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
deep in the cave, and I
it got
went there.
It got shut down?
Yeah, the cops
It
came.
was that one.
Well, because I remember the one that got shut down, and then we ended up moving to.
Jedniks?
Did that?
Yeah, we moved it to.
Did the show get
bar.
moved?
That was a Halloween.
I don't know. I left because it was fucking cold as shit.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up. Unless you're inside the cave at all times.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty fucking
The
cold.
cops was like, "All right, you guys gotta get out." I was like, "Oh my god, it is fucking cold out here."
No, because we've been shut down. I think just twice there.
I don't even remember.
I think once. I thought it was
I
just
thought
once.
it was just the once, and we moved it.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite shows ever because I had just moved to fucking
When they-
California. And it's like, oh yeah, come to our show. I was like, all right. It's like, oh, it's in these caves. I'm like, the fuck? And I go to a cave and I'm like, holy shit, it's really in the cave. Like, okay.
No, when they work like wonderfully.
Yeah, no, it was
So
awesome. With the
much
fucking
fun.
lights, it was like fucking, that was, for anybody that doesn't know, if you Google Sutro Bathhouse, I think the cave should come up. And just picture, all you'll see is a cave, but then picture like what? Like fucking, this is pre-corona, so it was like 40 people fucking packed in a cave.
It looks
playing
like
music.
it looks like a micro cave rave.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Depending on the music that happens. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. And one of my favorite songs of you guys is Morning Naps. Which one of you wrote that song?
That one.
You did?
Yeah.
So is Morning Naps like a song actually about taking morning naps, or is it a metaphor to something else?
I was gonna say it's a metaphor, but that actually happened. I mean, well, yeah, it was about like high school. So definitely, I played soccer, and so I had to wake up extra early for zero period and run a lot. And so when I was in class, it was just taking
Taking morning naps. Oh, so
morning
taking morning naps while in class.
I
I was
guess.
gonna say, because I'm like, if you're in school, you can't really nap, so it would have to be during whatever period you was in. Mm-hmm. What's some of the lyrics? Because it's like, I wish you guys had the
man.
lyrics written down somewhere. Because I'm like one of those people that every time I hear a song, the first thing I do is like Google the lyrics, and I'm like, I don't want to be singing the song wrong, and then later on I'm like, oh, that's not what they said.
I
just
dig
entirely
into
made that up.
songs for like I get scared of that sometimes because I'll be listening to a song for like years and never look up the lyrics, but then I'm scared to because it's like I don't even care what they actually are.
I like my lyrics better.
I'm married to these. It was like when T-Pain came out and said that the word during "Buy You a Drink" that
Mm-hmm.
like after the like during the hook where it's like ooh, ooh I'm gonna take you that part.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted
Flexing a
like
little.
there's actually like the words are and then like that's what he's saying during that part and everybody was like no Like you waited too long. Like we've been saying ooh you for 10 years now. Like,
I didn't know that
Yeah.
until you said it right now.
seriously, and everyone was like, I legitimately don't care what you say about this. Like
Now I have to
the
go
words
back and
are
listen to
ooh-wee.
it.
That's
I'm
it.
like, oh shit, what the fuck? So now it's 2020. Last year, you guys released your debut EP titled Jabron Lames, which we found out when you take one letter and switch it with the other word, it's called a what?
A spoonerism.
A spoonerism. Did you figure out who came up with that?
Figure out who came up with the
The
spooner.
term, yeah.
I can look it up again. Spooner was the last name
Of the guy.
of the person who I guess is credited with like identifying it. Actually, the one thing I remember too from looking at it is that when you switch like the sounds at the front, it's called meta something, and that's like not an issue, but like when it happens randomly, when it's done with humor, when it ends up being funny, that's when
a
it's a
spoonerism.
spoonerism. That's when it's like more intentional.
All right, before you settled on that, did you have another name for the band? Oh, not for the band, but for the album.
Oh, for the record.
For the record.
We had the Center for Wooden Boats.
Who came up with that?
It was
think-
just
yeah.
That was all of us. I mean, we just liked that we drove. That's an actual place in Washington.
A city?
in Seattle.
No, it is a center for wooden boats.
There's
It's a-
two of 'em,
it's a
actually.
yeah, there's
There's two.
There's a building. We used it as like a landmark to know where to park because we went to go to the gas
Gasworks.
Gasworks. Yeah, Gasworks in Seattle, and
It's like,
we
yeah,
parked
right next
yeah
to
we,
the-
we parked our car and there was like free parking. It was close to where we wanted to go. It was like, oh, this is great. And we were walking and there was a building and it was littered with boats, and it said in big letters the Center for Wooden Boats, and we're like, A, that's fantastic, B, let's remember this because this is where we should go next. And then we used that to find our parking spot the most recent time we were there last summer.
So why did it get X as the album name?
I think it got X because we heard Jabron Lames and we were like, that's better. And then also I ended up just using that for one of the songs on the record. Anyway,
okay.
so it lives.
All right.
And then we have a homie USF Aaron who's from Seattle and
Oh, yeah.
he likes our music a lot, and he's got some friends up there that listen to us, and they were all super fucking stoked about the song because they actually went to the Center for Wooden Boats. I guess you could take like classes, like rowing classes or something, and like they were a part of the Center for Wooden Boats.
Is it the band Seattle Rocks?
No, there's
Because you played with them before, if you remember,
fuck, I don't.
at a house party in Oakland that I went to. See, I went to like all your fucking shows. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember going to all our shows, but it's just we don't remember the shows that we played. It's just like
Yes.
No, you're good.
Okay. Thumbs up. Remember that. Fantastic.
But yeah, because I remember the band from Seattle called Seattle Rocks. I had their sticker on my computer, and I used to live in Washington State, not Seattle, but I lived in
Really?
for 3 years. But that was my first time out of home when I joined the Army when I was 21 years old. They shipped me off to fucking Washington State. I lived in Tacoma, I lived in Puyallup, and I lived in Lakewood, which is all like 40 minutes from Seattle.
Yeah.
But every fucking weekend, my ass would be right up in Seattle, going to fucking Pike's Place and walking up and down all over the place.
Killer.
Going to Space Needle all the time.
I really like Washington in general.
I love
We're big
Washington.
fans of Bellingham.
Bellingham, I met a band there.
Bellingham
Bellingham's
fucks.
fucking
Yeah,
sick.
that place is really cool.
But Bellingham, Washington is nice. I flew to Seattle and then drove to Bellingham to see Chastity Belt play.
Oh, cool.
oh dope.
Like literally, I tweeted Julia and was like, "What are the chances if I fly out there that you guys would sign my records and take a photo with me?" And they was like, "Pretty damn good." And right after that conversation, I bought a fucking flight and just like went straight over there.
That's
And then like
awesome.
met them, and I met another band from Bellingham called The Wednesdays. I interviewed them like a while back, but they are pretty fucking dope too. So I'll go to Seattle to go see them and hang out with them and stuff like that.
That's killer. Where did you see Chastity Belt?
It's a fucking huge university in Bellingham. I don't remember the name of it though.
Western Washington.
Yes, Western Washington. And then I seen them play a few
You just
times.
have that on lock.
He's like Guillotine Eyes,
Yeah,
Western
he's-
Washington. And so you guys just recently released a single titled "Dude," which I'm a fan of. It's a different style from what you guys usually play. Do you foresee yourself going in this direction with a different sound, or was something you guys wanted to play around with?
I mean, we do have like a bunch of new songs written and in the process of like just kind of ironing out kinks. I don't think we've ever gone like in a direction per se. That happened. cool. Thank you for liking it.
Yeah, no, I like that. I was like, oh, it's a different sound.
Yeah, no, we like the song. Yeah, we've never like decided really to like sound.
Different.
Yeah, to sound different or sound a certain way. At least what was interesting for me with that one is that's probably at least with a song that I wrote, or like at least lyrics wise and stuff, that's the most time that I've spent actually building it with all three of us. Usually it comes to the band as like, this is the song, let's learn the song. Maybe some stuff will show up as it goes, especially like with drums. Drums are always a big deciding factor in how things turn out, at least with our stuff. But that song like straight up wasn't done when I brought it to Max. And so when I brought it to Max and Tofu, and so that one definitely spent the most time just like getting constructed with all three of us.
All right.
So yeah, I suppose if it sounds particularly different, it maybe that's the reason.
Probably the reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, this sounds very different from what I'm used to hearing Hitman Harold put out. But I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
So that's a good thing. And what is something you all hope to accomplish as Hit Me Harold? Assuming COVID will dissipate in the near future, like, do you feel like, I know you, Max, you said you just got a full-time job. Like, you'd be like, you know what? Once COVID is done and you guys could like tour, would you be like, you know what? I want to do this music shit full-time. Fuck this job. Fuck school. Like, no.
No, I mean, I think for us, like, playing music as a band has always been a little bit different than, like, most people that are in a band, that we know at least, and, like, that's around San Francisco. It's like we've known each other for a very long time, and then Jack and Tova play music growing up. Like, they've been in bands and doing stuff for a while. But I've really only, like, this is the only band that I've been in, and it's like I started playing drums with my brother, and doing Blink-182 covers, and then, you know, Jack has played guitar, and Tova plays everything. Tova played drums growing up a lot, and so he's kind of the utility man, and so we just started playing together, and then it's just an extension of like shit we do together, and the touring's been cool. I feel like when we did it when we were like 19, it was a little more carefree and like a lot more fun. And then we went out last summer, and it's a lot different. Like being a little bit older. It's just like fuck. Definitely something like I would like to do it, you know, for the rest of my life, but not full time for sure.
What if like some label was like, hey, I want to sign you guys, quit your job, drop out of school? Or are you gonna be like, oh no, this is more like, or are you gonna be like, no, fuck yeah, let's do it?
If I was handed it on like a silver platter, I would give it a go. Absolutely. I found out on the last tour that like my gas tank for doing that is fucking limited. I don't see myself as someone who could do that all the time, but if someone for some reason was like, hey, you should do this all the time, let's give it a go. Yeah, absolutely. But I do very much like, I work in childcare at the moment, like that's awesome. So like I wouldn't want to give that up either. But like Max said, an extension of just like us hanging out, just playing music. So I'm happy to do it for as long as it's around.
All right. What about you, Tofu?
I think right now we're just, I mean, for me, I would just want Hit Me Harold to come out with, you know, just record an album and come out with that. And I think that's, you know, what we can focus on right now, you know.
The next album you guys put out, it has to be on vinyl. Like, I need you guys to put it on vinyl so I can have you sign it.
Wait, you guys want to know something, actually? Like, this vinyl sales have gone up, like,
like a shitload.
immensely. Like, way more than CDs or anything like that.
Yeah, it's
like,
a
right
huge
now's the
vinyl
time.
community. Yeah.
CDs are
but
dead.
CDs are dead.
Dude, we got to go back to CD-ROMs. Like, putting one song on a floppy disk, you know, and
that'll be very
That's what's
hard.
coming out.
Yeah.
That's way cooler, actually. Let's put the whole record out on.
And you
floppy
have to
disks.
buy.
Series
You
of
have to
12
buy.
floppy disks.
You have to buy like an old school computer to
Yeah, you're
even
like,
play it.
this is
Completely-
exclusive.
completely unlistenable unless you have like a computer from 1995.
You're like, yeah, we got this exclusive. It's like floppy disk. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, if you really want to hear it, you know.
Fuck.
Yeah, some hipsters, especially if you go to Portland or Seattle, somebody will fucking have a floppy. Like, I'll buy one. I'll buy
Yeah.
fucking two.
You have to contact your creepy uncle who still has an 8-track.
It's like, can I use your computer? It's like, no, absolutely not. No, don't touch my computer.
Yeah, you said something that we want to accomplish. I think my accomplishment is not take 3 years again for
Look at that tofu.
Yeah, exactly.
no.
Oh, it was like looking at tofu like I don't
I
want to
mean,
take.
yeah, just in general, like just trying to.
So we got till 2022.
Yeah, no, we got
Put something out.
I was about to say we got lucky with COVID. that probably is a little bit sour to say, but we've been lucky that we live together in this house to where we've put the most work in very fast on a lot of songs.
Okay.
And so that's cool. So once we're decided that we have the body of work that we want, I would hope that we're, like Max said, a little bit quicker at this time around to pull the trigger and get them tracked, and then very hopefully get them out into the world. Because I think the only thing that was like kind of strange, the main thing that was strange with Gibran Lames was that we'd been playing that record as our live set for like, I mean, yeah,
3 years.
essentially 3 years. And then it came out, and like, it was great to have it out in the world, but like, it wasn't a new
Yeah.
to
It's
us. Like, that was just like, here's what we've been doing in front of you for the last like forever. It's just now is recorded. Now hopefully we can re-enter the world with like, you haven't heard these yet. We've been working on them. Here they are, and then we can go play them live.
Sterling silver ring brought to bending. Rested retired porcelain vanity. Left behind forgotten coat pocket that you borrowed from me.
So has COVID actually sparked like a creative bug in you guys? Like since you had to be quarantining at home, do you think you've been more progressive being at home? Like making music or writing music?
I don't think we would have
Yeah.
written as much. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely riding more. I mean, yeah, hopefully we can. I mean, we were thinking about recording with, friends and stuff like that. But I mean, at this point, the way COVID, with everything that's going, I mean, might as well just record at home.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fuck it.
Some bedroom pop tunes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
I'm super stoked on
Billie Eilish, that
the
shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very excited with the stuff that Max and Tofu have brought so far. I am relatively happy with the stuff that I've brought to the table too, but it's really fun hearing.
So
the
do you
stuff we've come up
think
with so far?
you guys will have a new project out by
No
20
timelines.
No timelines? Oh, okay.
No idea.
Probably sometime next
No
year.
promises.
Sometime next year.
Yeah. No promises.
Yeah. That's better. It's like sometime.
I would be incredibly happy if next year
That would be good.
it came out. That would be like,
Because then you can kind of put it on like a 2-year thing. Because Gibran Lames came out 2019, and then the next one will come out 2021. So you get like, all right, 2 years is like. And what's the CEO of Spotify said that artists can't just make music every 3 years, even though he said it in a dickhead way. It's like as if perfecting your craft is like some fucking just something that somebody makes, and it's like easy.
Yeah.
Like music isn't something that you just fucking make in a manufacture and fucking warehouse and you just put it out. Like this is something that you guys are invested in, you spend your time in, and it's like you're actually living your lives, and that's where you get influences. Like you said, you were in Seattle and you saw the fucking name of a boat thing, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna save that for something else. It's something that you don't want to just put out there. So
was he saying it like artists should put out music more often?
yeah, so he was pretty much, because of COVID, he was like, oh, if you guys want to get paid more, you need to be producing more music more frequently.
yeah. I mean, unless you're
He can get paid more.
Yeah,
I mean,
essentially.
I mean, yeah, the way that Spotify is, giving money to artists, I mean, they need to put out a new song every other hour, to make a living.
It's like, oh, I was in the bathroom and I wrote the song. I'm putting it out right now.
I mean, and those rules,
Sitting on toilet.
those rules only apply to people who
toilet.
aren't getting,
millions and millions of
plays.
streams.
Because if you're the number one artist in punk or hip hop or R&B, like if you put out a record every 3 years, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Because literally everybody's gonna listen to it, and so, I mean, Spotify streams and stuff. That's that's all cool. It's great to see people listening to your music, but I feel like we've always been a live band anyway, so we're very much looking forward to just playing shows again. And if we can have the music there to like show people, if they enjoy a show, that's great. Here you can listen to this on the side as well.
On a floppy disk.
On a floppy disk, pop this into your disk drive. Mm-hmm. It's no. Otherwise, it's just more of like a concrete setting of what our band actually is, which is people who like playing just to other people.
All right, nice.
The only upside of this year, though, actually, is that there's just so much music that came out. Like,
there's been some good shit.
Insane amount of music that came out this year, and like it's just incredible.
Yeah.
That like, I mean, yeah.
So, who would you say are your biggest influences that led you guys to start making music? So, like individually, like who was someone you listened to, Topher, when you were growing up, and you was like, you know what, I love the way this person makes music. Like, not necessarily that you want to be like him, but you maybe wanted to play with them or be better than them.
Oh, I mean, it was like Linkin Park and Blink-182, like those two bands. Like,
I forget you guys are like 7 years younger than me, so like that's like, even though I did listen to those people, Blink-182 was like one of my favorite. I used to listen to My Chemical Romance a lot
dude,
too.
oh yeah,
I
them
worship
too.
My Chemical
Romance.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Blink-182, Linkin Park, like all those bands. Just watching bands and being like, I want to tour. Like that was the thing. It's like I just want to fucking tour and make music, and
Now, I mean, now essentially you are doing it. Not right now because of COVID, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Max?
Yeah, I mean, I listened pretty much exclusively to Blink-182 growing up. I had two older brothers, and that's what they were super into. My dad's favorite band is Iron Maiden, so listen to that a lot. And then a lot of Madonna from my mom.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah, again, a disgusting amount of Blink-182 growing up. That was why I started to play an instrument in the first place. Was I listen to these songs all the time. They look really cool because I was a preteen boy, and it's Blink-182. My dad is a huge Nirvana fan. I listened to their Unplugged record like a million times over the course of my childhood. I'm still very much a worshiper of ABBA because of my mother.
ABBA's good.
I love ABBA. I guess like all the music that I grew up listening to and like watching videos of them playing live, it was always just something that was very definitely tapped into my narcissism. It was like, that looks cool. Like they look very important right now. Like all those people that looks great. And so yeah, I think just having music be such a big part of how I spent my
Bless
time
you.
in general. Since I was such a big part of it, it was just something I wanted to do.
All right. We're going to get into a game soon, but before we do that, I was going to ask you guys, who are the top 3 artists that you're listening to right now?
I've been listening to Smino, Diners, and Glocamora.
Smino again, you said. 'cause
And Smino again. But Glocamora is probably my answer to my favorite band.
All right.
So yeah.
Smino too. Yeah, I mean,
What kind of music is Smino? I don't even know.
it's like R&B and hip hop, like rap.
Was that what you was playing earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I've never heard of him. I have to listen to his music.
So groovy.
So good, dude.
What about you, Max?
Always listening to this band called The Most from Connecticut. They got a new record coming out in a week. that we're
Dude,
very excited for.
They're incredible.
They're like a jazz, math, fucking funk band.
Rock and roll.
Oh my goodness.
They're super good. And then I found this record on Spotify. It's by a band called Girlfriends. It's like the only thing they put out. It's from 2009. It's really fucking cool. It's kind of noodly and it's really, really groovy.
How did you come across them?
I don't know. It's just,
Randomly?
from listening to whatever I listen to and the record plays through and then it starts playing, similar stuff.
Girlfriends.
They reminded me of Paper Days. Like at least the rhythm, like tempo.
Paper Days, rest in peace.
Do you guys share music a lot? So like if you listen to something, you're like, oh, this fucking band or this artist is dope. And you're like, hey, you should listen to this. And you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I told Jack about Smino.
Tofu's put me on to pretty much like everything I've
I
listened
told
to in the
Jack,
last,
and then like he didn't listen to me, and then like a few weeks later, he's like, "Yeah, I've been sleeping." I'm like, dude, I'm telling you. But I mean, yeah, of course I mean, that's like the like the epitome of our relationship is just sharing music. Like
That's like
Yeah.
the best.
Especially and that was a big thing too with how Hate Me Harold came about as well, was all of us sharing and being very much into and going to shows together of bands that we found at the same time and just telling each other about it, and then being incredibly excited about it together and going to shows. Like we spent a lot of time going to different, we were
Met a
like,
girl last summer at Vans Warped Tour.
but we were like 14 going to Warped Tour together and stuff, and then other shows as we got older, but sharing music is a very big reason why we continue to play music with the same kind of like enthusiasm, is because we hear bands together and we're like, we could
do
we
this.
should try that.
Yeah, my first ever concert was with Jack. We went to go see Papa Roach.
Papa
I
Roach.
think we were
Holy
like 11, 10 or 11.
We were small
Yeah,
small
we were
beings.
children.
The Grove at Anaheim.
Yeah, that was.
That's crazy.
They had just put out Metamorphosis.
I didn't even know Papa Roach was still making music.
I don't think they are anymore.
Not anymore,
I don't want to.
maybe.
I don't want to say that definitively. They might still be like.
I hope so. I hope they
might
still
still
are.
be scraping the bottom of the barrel,
I hope they still are.
but they were holding it down.
So, if you could tour, each of you individually, if you could tour in any city in the world, doesn't matter what country it is, what state, what city would you want to tour in, or you would want to play for?
Japan.
Japan.
Japan for sure.
You know Japan's a country, right?
Tokyo. My bad.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, Tokyo.
The
Let's just
city
say that.
of Japan.
Have you been to Japan before?
No. Oh yeah, actually I have, but I was like maybe 4 or 5.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't really remember
it.
anything. Yeah,
But you just remember you went to tour there.
I do want to tour there. I mean, just like the rock scene in Japan.
I was gonna say, I feel like their fan base in Japan, like no matter what kind of fucking band you are, is like
They just go
like
hard.
worship you. Yeah.
Yeah, they just go hard. I think like they just it's just like an appreciation for music. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck who you are, where you're from.
If I like your music, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
We played with a band from Japan at the
did?
Honey Hive, Otonana Trio.
Dude, Otonana Trio, shout out to them. Yeah,
they were
fucking amazing.
phenomenal. Such a fun band to watch play music. That was amazing.
Yeah, and if music is anything like them in Japan, then yeah, and I mean it would be amazing to go tour there.
What about you two?
Tracy, California.
Really? I was gonna say, what the hell?
If I could go anywhere, I would love to play music in Mexico. City in Mexico.
You don't know any cities.
Mexico City is a city.
Mexico
TJ.
City is a city. I suppose I would. I've only ever been to Puerto Vallarta, and so I would guess that playing a show in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, would be
Alright.
very fun.
And last but not least,
Anywhere in Europe, but our homie spent not a lot of time, 3 months in Brussels.
Brussels is pretty nice.
And
You been?
Yeah, I've been.
Cool.
I went there in August 2018. I actually went to a show. I forgot who the fuck I saw play, but it was like a very popular early 2000s band that was there. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing in Belgium? I was like, okay, cool. But it's pretty dope. It was like an outside show. I have to look it up and I'll tell you who it is.
Did
But
you
it was
check out like the house music scene?
when I go overseas, I usually go to museums a lot, believe it or not. I walk around and I go to sex museums.
yeah.
Sex museum and torture museums is like really big in Europe. So like every time I touch down somewhere, I'm like, where's the sex museum? Where's the torture museum?
Killer.
Anal beads on fire.
Museums just in Europe.
Both together. Nice. What's the typical get down with a sex museum in terms of like, are there like, is it exhibit based?
So it'll usually have things
live
from
action.
like live action from like the 1700s. So it'll show you like contraptions like chastity belts and like
Oh,
they'll have
shit.
fucking swings
It's
and
like
stuff.
artifacts.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like random shit. You're like, they used to use that. And I remember in Czech Republic, they had this contraption where it was for like children who couldn't stop masturbating. So it was like, because they didn't have like outlets and stuff.
Exactly.
It was a electrical shock box that went from the parents' room with a cord that went all the way to little Timmy's room, and then like if they could hear him masturbating, it would just like press it and it would like shock him.
God.
That was like something that I exclusively remember, and it was like, what the fuck? It's like, are you in there jerking off again? And it's like, no. and you like take it off and put the electrical device on the cat, and the cat is like screaming. It's like, why is the cat screaming?
I would have definitely been dead at age 10 if I grew up in the 17th century. Like, fucking.
Just this fried like chisel of a fucking dick by the end of it.
It's like he was such a good boy, except for when he was alone.
I mean, parents cut off like kids' balls so they can sing for, you know,
Yeah,
the
that
rest of
is
their
true.
lives and shit. So it's like, what a time to be alive.
Exactly. So we're gonna do some trivia. So I usually use this card deck called Pod Decks, and it's like what the heck and would you rather. But now that I'm back in the Bay, I have my other deck, and it's 80 music trivia. So Max, you said you've been listening to 80s music pretty recently.
3.7, dude. I heard 80s.
All right, so this is gonna be mainly on you. I'm looking at you to carry the team, to be the Jabron Lames right now of 80s trivia. So it is for all of you, obviously. But so, which British girl group covered the song Venus in 1986?
Just heard this one.
Is that like I'm your Venus?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. They also sang a song called Cruel Summer. Give up?
The Go-Go's.
No, that's like your go-to, but
It's for everything.
it's Bananarama.
Damn it.
Bananarama.
You knew that. You knew that. All right. What is the all-time biggest selling album with an estimated 110?
Thriller.
It is. Oh, there you go.
Come on,
That's
that's
one.
an
Hold
easy
on.
one.
That's one.
That's 1 out of 2. Which single by The Police won a Grammy for Song of the Year in 1984?
Roxanne.
No.
Fuck.
That's a good guess, though. That's actually a really good guess.
Do I know any other Police songs?
This, you know this one. When I say it, you're gonna
yeah,
be
I'm
pretty
gonna
mad.
be pissed when you say it. Come on, whatever it is, whatever it is.
Is it
Whatever song you think, just say it.
bottle? Or no, is that no?
No, Message in a Bottle was
That's The Police.
that
Yeah, Message in the Bottle. It's
was that the
Police.
song?
No, it's Every Breath You Take.
Oh,
son of a
Jesus
bitch.
Christ!
SOS was Message in a Bottle?
SOS?
feature?
Yeah, no. That's The Police.
It was okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So in 1981,
Hero.
this is easy. Who sang "Don't Stop Believing"?
Don't stop.
Journey.
Yes, sir. So that's 2 for 4 now. So we're halfway, half
Batting
and half.
500.
Who sang "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" and "Time After Time"?
Cyndi Lauper.
There you go. Now you're up. Now,
I love Cyndi Lauper.
which rock band released the best-selling album of 1987, "Slippery When Wet"?
Best-selling rock album.
Best-selling rock album. I think that kind of throws off.
Is that the one the song No, that's
No, what? That's
was Queen.
Under Pressure.
Yeah,
that's
that was-
Queen
that
and oh shit. It's Queen featuring
Slippery When Wet.
Featuring Vanilla Ice.
no. Yeah, he stole it. Featuring oh my god, he's gonna kill me. He just passed away recently, maybe 3 years.
Bowie?
Yes, it's Queen and Bowie is Under Pressure.
Really? Didn't know that. Best-selling rock album 1980s.
I think it throws it off a little bit because it's rock, and for me personally, I don't really consider this band rock.
Okay, interesting.
It's like more like a soft rock, like pop rock ish.
Slippery
Who is it?
and Wet.
Bon Jovi.
Oh, okay.
I guess they would be under the rock.
Yeah, but it's like Bon Jovi, like Bon Jovi, U2. I'm like, I don't necessarily.
I can't stand Bon Jovi.
2, I looked over there and I saw the thing Police. I was like, oh, you guys got a Police, but it's not like the Police, the band. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, no, it's like we don't rock with.
don't fuck with the Police. Like 12. What band had a #1 with the power ballad, "I Want to Know What Love Is"? I want to know what love is.
What fucking band is that?
Oh, I'll give you a hint. Jack is this.
Australian?
Well, close. Okay, so
A bitch.
he's Australian, so he's not a native to the States, which makes him a what?
Oh, foreigner.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, that was. You held her hand.
What synth pop group sang West End Girls? Fucking love this song.
Oh,
It was on Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my God, no.
Yep, that song.
Yeah, no, it's that song.
Yeah, I know the song, but I just don't know the.
World. The Eastern boys and Western girls.
Are there any questions?
Dude, Reese is gonna hate us. Reese is gonna fucking hate us.
Yeah.
He loves this
Yeah.
song. I don't know the name of the band.
Pet Shop Boys.
Oh,
Let me
so
see.
many bands,
I'm gonna
man.
save this one for last. I got two more for you.
All right.
With what song did Culture Club have their only U.S. number one?
just fucking listen to this song too.
Yeah, what you just said? You've been listening to the '80s radio station.
And it tells me the name, the artist. Just
Culture Club. They have one, like their biggest fucking song ever.
I know.
You gotta kick yourself in the ass when I tell you what it
know.
is. Come on, chameleon.
Yeah, the name of the band didn't ring a bell.
So this one, you guys should get this one, but this is my favorite one. What was the best-selling song of 1987 and became an internet sensation known as Rickrollin' 20 years later? You don't know?
Oh no, I do know.
Oh, I was like, oh my
I
God.
was gonna let you answer.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna
Rick
give
Astley.
you up, never gonna let you
Yeah.
down. Yes. So,
I
let's
rickrolled
tally
one
it
of my-
up.
I rickrolled one of my friends in the most hipster way recently. I made one of those language tapes for Maybelline, and the last track I put on there was
Was it
Never Gonna
Rickrolling?
Give You Up.
I actually had the
So you listen
link.
to the whole cassette, and then just boom.
I had the link to that music video in my IG for a little while. Like, oh,
Yeah.
listen to this, and you would click it. It's like,
Link in bio. It's always a rickroll.
Yeah.
so you guys are 5 and 5. So now
That's not the worst.
I'm gonna randomly pick a card from the middle of the deck.
Better be
Let's
the
see.
Go-Go's.
Oh, I think actually is one from the Go-Go's in there, but this is gonna be hard. So this is a multiple choice question one. And Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. How many times does he say too much? Is it 17? Is it 23? Or is it 32?
Dude, gotta go with Jabron Lames, 23.
2-3.
I don't know. I
not
think that's
23.
too many times.
You think 23 is too many times?
Maybe. Wait, what's the question? Or what are the options? What are the options?
17, 23, or 32?
23 is not that many more than 17, but 32 is way more than 23.
Fuck, I guess the middle one is the
Right?
go-to.
But
Yeah, fuck it.
23
You know what?
times?
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate and just go 17.
Wait, so do we all get to
At
pick?
that
Can
point,
we
should I
each
just guess?
get-
Should I just guess 32? So the max at 23, and one of us is right.
Oh no, I guess we have to agree on one, huh? Yeah, let's do 23. Majority.
Sad to
32.
say, you guys should listen to Tofu because he was right. It was 17.
Thanks.
So
Tiff.
thank you guys for playing, but you're gonna go home with an L.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you guys are 5 for 6, which is not too bad. And it's because none of the questions came up with the Go-Go's in it. I'm pretty sure there's one in there with the Go-Go somewhere. Off air, I'll look through it and I'll figure out one.
80s. Oof. Yeah.
Should have had Bananarama and should have had. I'm upset.
But thank you guys for doing this interview with me. Go ahead and let San Francisco know where they can listen to your music and follow you.
You may listen to our music at hitmeherald.bandcamp.com or on Spotify. If you search the name,
.com.
hit. Did I not say .com?
No, you did.
Oh, okay. Or if you just type in the words "Hit Me Herald," we are. I still think the only people using that moniker. Yeah, I think that's the only place we're housing them.
And what's your Instagram?
Our Instagram is Hit Me Herald.
And you have Twitter? Twitter?
Yep.
Hit Me Herald Band on Twitter, right? Yeah, you gotta tack on the word
And
band.
SoundCloud.
And
Sa-
SoundCloud. Yeah, just hit me, Harold.
oh shit, yeah. But I don't
SoundCloud?
think we've uploaded anything to SoundCloud since the earlier day. But whatever.
No,
yeah.
we have Jabron Lames
Oh.
on SoundCloud.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, fucking yeah. Hit me.
SoundCloud's the way to go.
Fucking Hit Me Herald.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you for having us, Brandon.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm in your house.
No, this is such a
it's
such
a
a
treat.
nifty setup.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking hit me, Harold. Just fucking hit me.
Just your luck, I can't think of a better person. Yeah, this happened too. You were so sad already, but had instead chances you lose. I haven't stopped laughing the whole way home. 'Cause the drive times are too fast. Scared the life out of
This interview was edited by Steve Francis of Stush Music. Be sure to follow me on all your social media platforms at DJ Catsanova for new music, a playlist every Friday, and shows happening in the Bay Area. Stay cool, cats and kittens.
This podcast is a proud member of the BFF.FM podcast network. Learn more at podcasts.bff.fm.
BFF.FM, best frequencies forever.